Alright, hello. Welcome back to the POGPOD. This is episode 3.
Episode 3.
We've made it.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. And hopefully, new editing. We've improved again. New software this time. Every episode we've got different shit.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like a rainbow.
How?
We are very gay. We are very gay.
Welcome to the POGPOD where we come out as gay on the 3rd episode. And we have, from now on, the channel will be all rainbows and gay flags and everything. Maybe next week, Gage.
Why do you think everything's so colorful now?
True. There'll be a big gay pride flag from now on the screen.
Oh, yeah. But right now you're just seeing two black dudes sucking each other off.
Oh my god.
Now that's equality.
I can't believe you just said that. Oh my days. Well, we're opening it up with a banger.
Yeah. See that picture that's coming up right now? That's me taking it from behind.
I am not putting that on the screen.
It's me taking it from behind.
I don't know what I expected, to be honest. I think that is perfect.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. No, but last episode went really well. The episode was much better than the first one. Way better. I think you're going to have a go at editing soon, aren't you?
Pretty soon. I plan on it. Yeah,
you want to try it. But this episode, we have got a very interesting topic to talk about. It is dreams and lucid dreaming and out-of-body experiences and stuff like that. Because I've been dabbling in it recently. And Gage, you said you've got a personal experience, didn't you?
Yes.
Do you want to open it up with that? What is your personal experiences with lucid dreaming and shit like that?
Yeah, I can. Well, I've been able to do it because there's all sorts of everybody can lucid dream. I think that's an important thing to start off with first. But it does take some research and it will take time, But anybody can lucid dreaming. And basically, if you don't know what lucid dreaming is, it's where you are aware that you are in a dream and you kind of use that to your advantage.
Yes.
If you know what I mean? You are self-aware that you are in a dream and you can basically, if you wanted to meet the president or something, you could do that. Or you wanted to fly around and shit like that, you could do that. Or breathe underwater and shit like that. You could do it. So that's what lucid dreaming is. I've been able to do it.
You become aware that you're in it, and you're like, if this is a dream, I can do this, and you just go ahead with it and do whatever you want.
Yeah,
I've never done it. I've tried, but I've never done it.
I did it. I still do it. I maybe do it once a month, but ever since I was really little, maybe 3 or 4. I do it frequently, and I didn't do it on purpose. It was just I guess I just had an overactive imagination, and I mean it's an interesting experience. I really don't know how to explain it because you know that you're aware and you know that you're there, but at the same time you could do anything that you ever wanted to,
It sounds very fun. I really wish I could do it.
Well, I mean, obviously, anybody can do it. It just takes practice and stuff like that. But
the reason I brought it up is because last week I had a really crazy dream, and that whole week I was having crazy dreams, and some of them were sequels to my other dreams. I had a dream last Monday, and then on the Wednesday I had a dream that was in relation to that, and it was really cool. And then I was remembering them. I don't remember what they are now, but I was remembering them. And I googled about dreaming and stuff, and obviously I already knew about lucid dreams, and I really wanted to experience it. So I went on YouTube and I googled how to lucid dream, and there was all these 10-hour videos of sounds and music to play while you're falling asleep and to have on while you're asleep. kind of like tricks your mind into waking you up in your dreams so you know it.
Mm-hmm.
And I played like 3 of them across like 3 nights and it didn't work. But
Mm-hmm.
one of them was like astral projection, and I don't know whether you know what that is, but it's basically where something triggers in your mind, and if you believe in like your soul and stuff, your soul leaves your body and you can like look out across like the world and you can see yourself laid there, but you're like a different entity. It's really cool. But I was trying to do it and it just wouldn't work. But it's a really cool concept. I don't know whether it's real. I don't know whether people make up stories about it or that it's just like a placebo and you just dream as if you're doing it. But it's really cool.
It's just it is a very interesting concept and stuff like that. Like I said, it's hard to explain. A big thing that I do when, like, if I do lucid dream, like, I like superpowers. It's like I'll give myself like all shit, whether it's like super strength or like the ability to control water, or I'm like the Avatar, stupid shit like that.
One thing I would do is become Spider-Man. Let him knock it.
Yeah. But like, I mean, obviously, the way that works is so like intricate and things like that. It's because that is so delicate in your mind. I wouldn't advise lucid dreaming unless you are in a stable state of mind.
Well, one thing that I was talking to Elusive, our friend, and Lucas, our friend, and we were talking about lucid nightmares, and I don't know whether you know what this is, but it's like the worst version of a nightmare you can think of, because your brain knows you're in a dream, but like your dream self doesn't know. So your brain is constantly thinking of the scariest things it can put you through and throwing it at you.
Yeah.
And you like, when you're trying to wake yourself up from it, when you've clocked it's a dream, your brain is actively trying to not wake you up from it, because not being able to wake up is one of the scariest things you can imagine. So, Elusive was saying in his dream he was playing a game, and in the monitor he saw a faceless version of himself, and he tried to run away, and he kept trying to wake himself up, and he literally he couldn't, like, it wouldn't let him wake up, which is that is horrifying. Horrifying.
Have you heard the story of why like nightmares end so abruptly, especially like really bad ones?
No. What is the story?
Well, I mean, it's just like, you know how, like, let's say you're in a dream, and simple example, like somebody like has a knife to your throat, they slit your throat and shit like that. You immediately wake up, right? It's because your brain doesn't know what's after that moment.
Oh.
It doesn't know what it's like to die. So
that makes sense.
I mean, like your brain does not know what to do. Your brain cannot process death, because all your brain knows is life, and all your brain knows is the experiences that you've had.
I feel dumb for not knowing that. Like, that just makes so much sense. Like, of course your brain doesn't know what happens after you get your throat slit. You've never experienced it. That's crazy.
And I mean, no one ever will, because nobody knows what death is like.
I wouldn't say nobody ever will. I feel like in the future we'll be able to experience death and come back from it, because technology is getting wild.
I think people who say, yeah, I died and I saw all this shit, like, you can see whatever the fuck but you didn't see jack shit.
Yeah.
You know?
They probably think they did, but they're just piecing 2 and 2 together and getting 5.
The chemicals in your brain were going haywire. I don't know what you're talking about. And that's the same thing as like dreaming and shit like that. All a dream literally has nothing to do with reality. It's just chemicals in your brain.
It's just hyperactive imagination. It's just
exactly.
Yeah. I've had some crazy dreams.
I feel like I feel like we could go on for dreams like forever. Have you seen that picture of
the man in everyone's dreams?
The man. Yes.
I've seen the picture, bro. He's never been in one of my dreams, like ever.
He's been in one of mine. He's been in one of mine.
Deadass?
I swear. He hasn't been in one. He's been in multiple.
That is
He's been
scary.
in multiple.
Everyone, well, there's
And
lots of theories
it's
behind it, isn't there?
well, the theory is that he comes before something bad is about to happen in your life.
Ooh.
And if you can hear my voice wavering right now because I like it legit like brings up like bad memories. I remember the first time when I went into foster care and I went into the system. I was 6 years old. The night before, I'm legit not shitting you, I had a dream. I was sitting in a park eating ice cream, and a man came and sit down beside me, and then I had a conversation with this man for what felt like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That morning, DSS was at my door.
And what was it? The face of the man that everyone sees?
It was that exact face. It was the long, elongated lips.
That is so creepy.
Deep set eyes, but like it's almost like it's an angel of warning, like something bad is about to happen.
What I've seen is there's two that I've seen. One of them's really boring, and the boring one is that it's just the most average face your brain can come up with to fill in a gap. Yeah. And I don't like that one. I like figuring out mysterious shit. So the other one that I saw relates to yours, and it was that man is the face of God, and obviously you have to be religious to believe this, but it links to yours because they say it's the face of God, and he comes and speaks to you in a dream before something bad's happening to warn you about it. And if you see him, you should be cautious about like bad things happening in the future.
Do you? Here, I'm gonna say another example. Do you remember when my parents got in the really bad car wreck?
Yeah, I do.
This was about a year ago.
It was very scary.
Was it a year ago? It was scary, and it was a very time. I had laid down. I got off. I don't know why I'd gotten off, but it wasn't because they got in a car wreck. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like I got off for some other reason, and I went off, and I took a nap. I fell asleep.
I think you said you were gonna go get food or something.
Something like that. But for some reason, like I didn't end up getting food.
I don't know.
And I don't know. I don't know if I ever told you that I did or didn't. And if I did, I lied to you, like because like this like legit scared the shit out of me. I remember I laid down on my couch and I fell asleep. I shit you not, the second I fell asleep, I saw myself in an out of body experience, and I saw myself laying down, slumped out in my boxers on the couch.
Jeez.
And this man was standing next to me in my ghostly form or whatever. He looks to me and he goes, "Wake up." That second, bam, wake up. I check my phone. It's dark. I call my mom. I call my dad. I get a phone call from the hospital. Your parents have been in a car accident.
That is terrifying. Like, no joke. That is... I can't imagine it. That'd be very... that'd be such an experience, but, like, not a good one at all.
And, well, believe it or not, it's not... The presence of the man himself is not scary.
It's what comes after.
Well, I mean, it's when you wake up and you think about it, because, let's say I see him in a dream tonight, and these drawings, they like make him out to be a creepy looking guy. And
he is, to be fair.
Cold chills just...
He like there'll be a picture on screen, or there will have been a picture on screen when you're listening to this. So if you want to go back and check, if you've got this on in the background, there'll be a picture of him on screen. And if you look at him, he is kind of creepy. Like he looks nice, but in an intimidating way.
But like he's not. It's almost like your brain doesn't like register, like, oh shit. And maybe that's just me, but like when I see this man, And I swear I've seen him multiple times. Like, it's not, when I'm in the dream, it's never, oh shit. It's always like, I use this analogy and I use it lightly because there's, obviously, it's the Harry Potter thing, and it's like, one died for power, one died for love, one greeted death like an old friend, or some shit like that. And I feel like that relates to all everybody, because everybody reacts to tragedy or death in this situation in like a different way.
Yeah.
And you greet it. Personally, like, I greeted it as an old friend, but then like I look back and I realize that what the fuck? And you never get the chance to ask why they are there or who they are, because it never enters your mind. It never
at that time you don't think to yourself, oh, I should question this man and who he is, because if he's just woke you up and being like, wake up, you need to go, like your parents are in a car accident, you need to like get up and go. You can't be like, hold on, wait, who are you? It's like, nah, you need to go. Like, he's there for a reason.
Yeah.
If like this, I'm not saying you're lying here, but if this is like, if this guy is true and like the theory of him being like a warning is true, then there's no time. You just gotta get on with it.
I don't know what it is, because obviously, like, I'm not like a super religious person.
No.
But I do believe that there is something.
Yeah, that has to be.
Like, out there. Oh yeah. Because it's hard for me, like, I don't, and sorry if this pisses any of our viewers off, but I don't think it's gonna be a fucking, like, Jesus or Allah situation. I don't think anybody knows that shit.
No.
Because one thing that I realized was that Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, they all came from the same person, Abraham. And then Abraham, if you don't know who Abraham is, it's the father of Judaism. He had two sons, Ishmael and Isaac. If I'm wrong, correct me. But Ishmael and Isaac. Ishmael was a bastard son. And Ishmael went off. And his line led to Muhammad, the prophet of Islam. And then Isaac's line went down and led into Joseph, who was Jesus' father. So all three of those came from pretty much the same three people: Isaac, Abraham, and Ishmael.
Is that all true?
It's a fact. I mean, like, you can look it up, like Abraham. Look up because it was Abram when he was Jewish. And like, it's something else, man.
So, like, that whole Abraham thing, that's like, I'm gonna have to, I think that's really interesting. But jeez. So if that man is really God, please come into my dreams, because I want to speak to God, but don't make anything bad happen after.
Yeah.
Would you say that's like the craziest dreams you've had then, where he's been in them?
I feel like he's associated with them, like all of my craziest dreams. Yeah, like at some point, I feel like if something is going to happen, he is there. Whether he's like a hot dog vendor or he's like a person that I'm walking beside down the street, but he is always like, or maybe if it's just like a picture I see in a newspaper, he doesn't always have to like directly interact with me. It's just when
he's always there.
He is always he's involved in some way. Know what I mean?
Yeah. I've never met him in a dream. The craziest dream I've ever had is I had a dream. Have you ever seen the Saw films?
Yeah.
I had a dream that I was part of one of the Saw films, and there was like multiple people I had to like kill in order to survive. And at the end, I clocked that I was in a dream, but I woke up before I could do anything. But I've never had like a lucid dream or a lucid nightmare or an out of body experience or experience with God himself. But yeah, that's as crazy as my dreams get. But I think they're just so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they are. I remember, and this probably is just like a figmentation of my imagination. When I was 8, I was sleeping in a bunk bed, and I don't know if you've heard of sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I've had sleep paralysis before.
That shit's fucking crazy.
After you've told your story, I'll tell you the story of mine, because mine was really weird.
I was laying down. I was in the top bunk. I vividly remember this shit. And I was looking towards my door. And if you can think about it, my bunk bed was up against the wall, and there was a TV on the other side of the wall, and then the door was at the foot of the bunk bed. So like if the bunk bed was like in the middle of one wall, the TV was set up on the other, like directly across, with my closet and my nightstand and all that. And then the door was right there in the middle of the wall. And there was like a little area and like a hallway. So like anybody could walk right past that door. So I wake up and I can't move. And the moon was shining directly on, like through the window, which was weird because if the moon was on that side of the house, you couldn't see it because there were trees in the way. But the moon was facing directly like through that window, which never happened. It wasn't a full moon or anything. I checked. It was like a crescent or some stupid shit. And I see a figure walk past the doorway, and I can't move. I can't say anything. And then I see another figure walk past, and I notice it's a hood. It's like a hooded figure. Damn. And then I see it walk past again, and then it's 2 hooded figures. And then some puts their hands over my eyes, and I go back to sleep.
That is creepy.
It is, yeah.
Bro, when you woke up, how did you feel after that?
I didn't remember it for like a year.
My friend had that. My friend experienced sleep paralysis, and it was like when he was a little kid, and it was like there was this like creature in the room with him, and it was like looking at him from like different angles, and then he woke up and he couldn't remember what it was, and then like a year later, like his mum mentioned that he used to have these really bad nightmares, and he clocked in his head like, holy shit, that was that. And he told me about it. But my experience was really weird. Like my bed was like against the wall, and in front of me, at the end of the bed was my TV stand, and at the bottom of the TV stand was like a digital alarm clock, not clock.
Yeah.
And it plugged into the wall, and the numbers were big red lights, so you could easily see it in the dark. And it broke after a while. I'd had it for like 5 years, and it broke after a while. And so I unplugged it because I didn't want to plug it into a wall while it wasn't working. But it was still just at the bottom of this TV stand. So I was watching fucking like Family Guy in bed or something, and fell asleep. And then I wake up, and I'm laid like as if I'm in a coffin, like arms be like by my side, straight like a plank of wood. And I'm like, all I can move is my head. I can't move my arms or anything. And I'm looking around my room, and it's just pitch black. And then I look down, and the alarm clock is there, and it reads 9 a.m., like bright as anything, and that's the only thing in my room. And I look towards like the wall, and it's not plugged in. So I'm like thinking in my head, how the fuck is that working? Like, what is going on? And I start like panicking, and like my breathing like gets heavier. And I start like looking around the room, and I'm seeing like things move, and like what I think is someone in the room with me. And then the alarm goes off. It goes to 9:01, and I wake up, and it's the next morning, and it's fully bright. First thing I do is jump up, look over the bed. I jump up, look over the bed. The alarm clock isn't on. It's not plugged in. There's there's something plugged in where it would be plugged in. No one's in my room. No one's even in the house. It's just like a completely different experience. And like when it went from 9 o'clock to 9:01, that was like a minute of me being like in this sleep paralysis. but like 12 hours passed since I fell asleep. And it was crazy. And the first thing I did, I was like, I'm going to forget this in a few hours. So I texted all my friends. I'm like, shit, this just happened. And it was so fucking scary. I had no idea what it was.
Oh, yeah, that shit's crazy.
It was like, I didn't know how to feel. And like, that was the first time and only time I've ever experienced it. And I was just sat there like, what the fuck? What even was that?
Yeah.
Sounds like someone in your background's experienced sleep paralysis. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Doorbell rang.
It's alright, don't worry about it. But
yeah.
That's just crazy how your mind can play tricks on you like that. And like sleep and dreaming can do shit like that. It's really weird.
Well, this is a personal theory of mine, so don't take it to heart or anything like that. But what if it's the 90% of your brain that you can't use?
That would be interesting.
You ever heard that like you only ever unlock 10% of your intelligence or something like that?
I've heard it, yeah.
Well, what if that's like the 90% that you are not able to process?
Just overly acting while you're not conscious.
Exactly. And that's when it acts.
That would be interesting.
Because, I mean, like some of the greatest discoveries of all time have been what people can't see or while people are sleeping.
That is true.
Like think about like gravity. Isaac Newton was sitting under a tree, sleeping. Apple fell, hit him on top of the head.
Fair. I was thinking more, the movie Sixth Sense, when the kid falls asleep and all his dreams come true, and he has like mad nightmares. I was thinking about that, but Isaac Newton works too.
That works, yeah. But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, yeah. But it's crazy. I'd love to. They should make dreams multiplayer, bro. They need like a co-op mode for dreams.
Need co-op mode.
Let me invite you to my dream real quick. And iOS update for dreams, bro.
I need an Ethernet cable.
That'd be sick. Imagine a lucid dream, me and you, both like Spider-Man, just whipping around some fucking big city.
Fuck that shit.
That man shows up and he's like, when you wake up, you will die. And we're like, no, fuck.
Fuck, shit.
That'd be crazy, imagine.
Yeah.
I would not like, I'd like the fucking co-op mode, but not the guy. Actually, don't invade my dreams, actually. You can fuck off. I don't like him anymore. You scare me.
Yeah.
Ugh. Actual shudders thinking about that, like your sleep paralysis.
Because it's not something you think about.
No, it's like a dream you like, unless it's a really cool dream. If you wake up from a nightmare, you just get on with your day and try and forget about it. Or if you wake up from a cool dream, you either forget it 5 seconds later, or you tell your friends and then forget about it by the end of the day.
Yeah.
But if you actually explore dreams, it's really fucking weird.
Oh yeah. It's something else, man. I'm telling you. There's something going on in there that nobody really understands.
Do you think we ever will?
A what?
Do you think we ever will understand dreams? Like, do you reckon eventually there'll be technology where, say I fall asleep, we could project my dream onto like a screen and people could watch along and analyze what's going on?
I don't think so.
Like, how crazy would that should be?
I don't think so. I don't think humans have much farther to go, to be honest with you.
Really?
I don't think it'll get to the point where, unless, because that's like, it's not going to get to the point where people are reading each other's minds.
Oh, no.
That, you know.
Well, have you seen Elon Musk wants to make a thing that you implant into your head and you can play music just in your head?
Is that ethical?
That all I'm thinking
I'm gonna tell you something, and you can laugh at me if you want to. You're gonna put a product inside of your fucking head that lets you control what you hear.
That is kind of crazy. One thing people were pointing out, which I like actually kind of scared me, was if he does this and it moves on past music, and say this chip, just hypothetical here, say this chip can record your dreams, or it tracks like what you see. Like, you've ever seen that Black Mirror episode where it tracks what he sees, and whenever you go to an airport, you have to upload it all so they can see if you're a terrorist or whatever.
Yeah.
What if people can hack into that? Like, if the technology's advanced enough to the point where you can put chips in your head, people are easily going to find a way to, like, hack into it. And then they've got access to your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, everything.
Yeah.
Like, they're the most powerful person on the world if they have access to that. And if they can do it for me and you, they could do it for the president. They could do it for the queen. They could do it with the world's most powerful people, and they could control everything. Like, imagine this all comes out, and then tomorrow, fucking Joe Biden or Donald Trump or the fucking Queen of England goes online, and they're like, "Yep, I'm gonna nuke Japan."
Yeah.
But it's not them saying it; they've just been hacked, and they've said this or whatever. Like, if it gets to that point, it's fucked. Like, I don't think we should be messing around with that shit. Like, yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'd love to have Spotify in my head, but
that it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Because, like, you could kill anybody with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you put a chip right behind your fucking ear, put a little bit of gunpowder in there. Yeah, it won't take much. Yeah, 2 inches away from your chin.
It could be affected by anything. It could be affected by your mobile phone. I imagine they put these chips in your head, and obviously they're going to go through a lot of testing before. But imagine if there's one dodgy one, like one that didn't go all the way through production, and it's released, and you take a phone call and you put it up to your ear, and the radio waves coming off your phone tamper with it and just fucking blow your head off. Imagine that shit.
That's not. I mean,
a fucking, like, I don't know, like a high pitched radio static noise just fucking blows you up.
It's not ethical, man, and it's not. Like, as important as it is to, like, progress forward, I think at some point, if humans don't peak, humans will end up killing themselves. You know what I mean?
Have you seen that quote from Albert Einstein where he said, it's a very famous one, he was like, World War III will be fought with nukes and all this high-tech gear, and then World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones because we'll have all advanced too far and killed ourselves, and we'll be back to the Stone Age before we know it. It's like, we need to know when there's a limit and stop, because as cool as it would be to track our dreams, is it worth it? Just think of it as like a little pleasure that you get, and then you wake up and forget about it and move on with you.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd love to have a flying car, though.
Yeah. I told somebody the other day, I said if humans, I said nature's gonna win. They said, why? They said, why do you say that? I said, because no matter what, even proven today, humans will never be able to outrun nature and science.
We'll never be satisfied. Like,
no,
it's once we advance to, say, flying cars, we'll be like, okay, this is cool, but what's the next big thing that we can work towards? And like, we'll never be satisfied to the point where we just push ourselves too far, and we push ourselves off the edge, and oh, there we go. There's no more. We're done.
Exactly.
Scary, man.
Exactly.
Like, that will happen in our lifetime, but imagine the future. Like, all that shit. That'd be crazy.
I mean, if you think about it, I have the ability to pick up my phone right now, go on Safari, go on a fucking, like, look up background check, pay $1 or some for free. Look up anybody's fucking name. Find out everything that you've ever fucking done. Find your middle name. Find what you paid for. Find out what car you bought. Find out what house you live in. Find out if you're a sex offender or any of that shit.
You know, I've actually
find all of that.
I've been hacked to that point before. I don't think I've ever told anyone this, apart from like friends in my life. But I might have told you before a while ago, but
I don't think. I remember you said something about like your IP or some shit like that. I don't know if you ever like went detailed in it.
It was a few years ago. I had this friend from America, and I can't even remember how I met her, but I was talking to her and we were like good friends, and her parents were really strict about her talking to people on the internet.
Yeah.
And obviously we were just friends. Like it was like I was in like year 9. I think I was like 13 or some shit, 14, and I was talking to her, and she was like, "Oh, if my dad finds out, I'm dead, by the way, because I'm really not allowed to talk to people." I was like, "All right, just be careful." And
yeah,
he eventually found out, and he was on Twitter, and he found my Twitter, and he DM'd me, and he had my full name, my address, the devices I use, what phone I had, the Windows my computer was on, the Xbox console I had. He had everything. He was like, "Yeah, don't speak to my daughter ever again, or like I'll be malicious with this information." I was like, "Fucking done deal, bro."
Yeah,
know what,
will
like,
do.
Amen. I'm done. And long story short, a year went by, and she messaged me again, like, "Hi, how you doing?" I was like, "Fuck, please not again. I don't want your dad on."
Shit. Yeah.
Well, we don't talk anymore. She was, I don't know. She's still got me on all the social media, and I think she messaged me like 2 months ago. It's like, "Oh, you bastard, what are you up to these days?" No, just vibing, bro. I was like, "Alright." I just stopped talking. Well, her dad was scary as shit.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a scary thing to think about, because anybody should do it. Well, I shouldn't say anybody. Anybody with a decent knowledge anybody with a decent knowledge of how basic wiring in electronics works could.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Elusive could do it. Elusive could get. I think he can.
He has.
It's a test
I bet.
Shout out Elusive. If you're listening, shout out you, brother.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I can't fucking download Optifine, right?
Yeah, meanwhile you're asking him like, "Elusive, how do I download Java?"
Exactly. I'm over here Googling how to download more RAM. He's fucking hacking into the Pentagon.
But it's scary, because anyone who knows what they're looking for can do it, really. It doesn't take much.
It's crazy, man.
It is. It's really cool, and I say this every episode. If you go back and listen, I always say, "How did we get onto this point?" But it's crazy how we've gone from dreams to this, and how closely they link. Because I reckon if technology does advance, we could see into people's dreams and stuff and explore that. I'd like to believe we could, because that'd be cool. But
if it gets
that come with it,
it's that point, I'm going off the grid. If it gets that point, I'm going off the grid.
Well, I think it's getting that close because of like VR and stuff. Like VR puts you in a whole different world.
I couldn't, man. Like I realistically couldn't. Like I would grab a surfboard, a fishing rod, and a boat, and I'd find an island somewhere
and just fuck off to it,
and then live the rest of my days there. Throw my phone out in the ocean, so I can get rid of any trace.
That's the only way
that had gone anywhere.
Yeah, that's the only way to get away from it all, because everyone's like, "Oh, like I don't want vaccines because they track you," or I leave my phone at home because it tracks me," or "I don't want to buy this Alexa because it listens to you," but they're doing it anyway. Everything relating to you is in a database somewhere where people can just find it as quickly as they want, and it's a scary thought. Like it makes you very anxious to think about it deeply. But everything you do is tracked. Everything you say is tracked. Everything you search for.
It's simple to the fact that, and here's a very real life example. I carry my phone around with me. Got my snap maps on. My girl can text me. Not even know. I don't even have to tell her where I fucking am going. I don't have to tell her I'm going anywhere.
She just looks on Snap Maps and sees exactly where you are.
Can you pick me up something? Of course. I mean, it's that simple. Anybody could look on their phone, and as long as you have me added, sometimes you don't even have to have me added. As long as you have me added, and I have that saying that you can look at me wherever I am, you can see how fast I'm fucking going.
You know
what I mean?
What's even scarier is with this Snapchat, because Snapchat is one of the biggest. Snapchat lets people know on your Snapchat when you're driving, when you're listening to music, and even when you're sleeping. Like if it's late at night and you haven't been on your phone in a while, it shows your little Bitmoji in a bed asleep. And what's worse is you mentioned Sam being able to see where you are, which she's your girlfriend, you don't mind. But even if you put ghost mode on, so I couldn't see where you were.
Yeah.
Snapchat still knows where you are, and it's tracking you wherever you go, and it can sell that information to whoever they want. Because what are we going to do about it? Say no?
Yeah.
They'll just do it anyway.
Oh yeah. And if you tell them no and then you delete Snapchat, guess who's still fucking tracking you? Fucking Apple.
Apple. If you've got an Apple phone, they're tracking you. Samsung, you've got they've all got like Google Maps or whatever to tell you where you are.
If you have that SIMS card in your phone, they are watching your ass, and they will see anywhere you can fucking go. It's creepy to think about, but it's a sacrifice you make.
It's a creepy reality to think about, but it's something that you have to accept. Even moving past all this technology thing, everywhere you go, there's security cameras. If you rob a shop and you're like, oh, no one knows where I am, everyone thinks I'm at home, they see whoever robbed the shop, they follow them down the road on the one camera, switch to another camera on that road, follow you wherever you go. They see you get in a car. They see you drive up a road, so they go to a shop that's up that road and get the security camera footage of you turning right. They follow you all the way home. They know exactly where you are. It doesn't even have to be technology or social media. It's just they know where you are all the time. It doesn't have to be technology.
It's ridiculous.
It's scary. Sorry for scaring anyone by talking about this, by the way, but it's a scary and sad reality. One thing we did want to talk about, we'll move on from the being tracked and shit now because it could be a little intense for people listening. But in a more light-hearted note, people getting knocked out.
Yeah.
We obviously from the last episode we enjoyed talking about boxing, and I think it's something me and Gage both really enjoy. And after filming the last episode and speaking about Jake Paul and stuff, a little fight got announced. Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul in an exhibition fight in February. What do you think, Gage?
Man, I think it'll be a good fight.
I think it'll be a good fight too.
Who's going to win? I have no idea.
Floyd Mayweather. Okay, let's clear this up. Okay, Floyd Mayweather will win because the man is 50-0. He is one of the best boxers to ever live on this planet.
Okay.
He is the most defensive boxer to ever live on this planet. And Logan is 0-1 against KSI. However, there is a height advantage in Logan's favor. Floyd is like 5'8". Logan is like 6'2", 6'3", isn't he?
He's got like 7 inches on the dude.
He's mad. He's got mad reach. Logan is also he's like 200 pounds.
Floyd's 150.
He's got like 50 pounds on the dude. So I think Logan does maybe have a chance. Very slim chances.
I think it's stupid to say it's impossible.
I completely.
I'm not betting on this one.
Stupid.
I'm not betting.
It's very stupid to say it's impossible. Because, to be honest, like, as much as Logan's fucked up in the past, one thing you can't say is the kid doesn't have heart. He's very driven, and if he wants to be Floyd, I think he'll put his all into it and try it. This could be a money grab. You never know, because he will make millions off this fight.
Both will. Both of them will.
Oh yeah. Well, Floyd's name is Floyd Money Mayweather. That's his whole shtick. But I think it's stupid to say it's impossible that Logan won't win. I think it's very unlikely, but I think that would be stupid to say it's impossible.
I wouldn't even say very unlikely. I think it's 70-30, to be honest with you, man.
Really? You'd give him that much?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think Logan would win? Like, how would he end it?
I think, is it 6 rounds or 12 rounds?
I think it's usually 12 rounds, but I'm gonna quickly Google it while you keep talking.
Our exhibition maps 6. I don't know. It's something weird because it's an exhibition match.
Sorry about this. We are just Googling, fact checking. Is Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul 12 rounds? It should be.
Yeah.
I think it is 12. Yeah, it's 12, I think. But yeah, it will be. Yeah, it'll be 12 rounds, but Logan's only used to 6 rounds. And in the 6th round against KSI, he was very tight in both fights that they had. Like, I don't think he'd be able to go the distance. I think if Logan's got any chance of winning, I think he has to use his height and weight against Floyd and knock him out early. If any chance.
I think that if Logan works on his stamina and his speed,
he has to work on those.
I think those are the 2 things he should focus on. The way I could see Logan winning for sure is if he takes Floyd all the way to the 12th round. He ends up.
I don't think he can take Floyd to the 12th round.
But Floyd's not known for going 12 rounds either.
That's because Floyd's 50-0 and he's one of the best boxers to live, and if he wants to put him out of his misery, he will. I think Floyd can go 12 rounds. I think, like, there's a few ways this fight could go. I think Floyd goes in, gets it over and done with, and knocks Logan out very early, just out of anger. 2, Floyd plays with Logan, lets him go the 12 rounds, doesn't go hard on him, but wins on points. I think there's a few others, but one in which Logan wins is if he uses his height and his weight in his advantage and does his best to knock out Floyd very early, if possible. Because otherwise, I just don't see.
He's not going to knock him out early.
No, I don't think he's either.
One thing
Floyd is he's so evasive. You can't hit him. If he doesn't want you to hit him, he won't let you.
I'm serious. I'm telling you, he'd have to take it to at least the 7th or 8th round. Get Floyd in a corner, and when Floyd goes to do his little slip shit,
catch him on like an uppercut.
Fake a jab. Yep. Fake a jab. Catch him on a uppercut. And then try to come around and hit the button. I think if he works on his stamina and his speed and he uses his reach to his advantage, I think that'll get him the win.
Imagine how crazy it would be if Logan won. The only person Floyd has ever lost to in his career, Logan Paul, as an 0-1 YouTube boxer.
I mean, Logan also has age on Floyd. He's 20 years younger?
Yeah, Floyd's nearly 50, I think. He's coming up to his 50s, or he's in his 50s.
So almost 30 years?
Possibly, yeah.
after how long has Floyd been fighting his whole adult life, right?
Floyd Mayweather is 43, and Logan Paul is 25.
I mean, after fighting for 20 years straight, 25 years straight, you're not exactly springing up out of the bed. Know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. He's
like,
been
I'm hurting
fighting,
now and I'm 15.
He's been fighting professionally since 1996.
1996, so 24 years.
Yeah. And the last win he got was Conor McGregor, wasn't it?
That was 2 or 3 years ago, right?
Yeah. Well, he was retired at 49-0. Floyd. Then Conor McGregor called him out, said he wanted to fight him. He did. He beat Conor McGregor. He played with Conor McGregor. He could have ended Conor way earlier. He beat Conor McGregor 15-0, went back into retirement, and now he's having an exhibition fight with... I don't know why he's even accepted this fight. Why would Floyd need to fight Logan Paul?
It's money.
I don't think he needs money, though. He's a billionaire. He's Floyd's money there with him.
I don't think anybody's going to be broke after this fight.
No way.
Like, everybody's going to be happy no matter what goes down.
Good on Logan, man. You can't even hate the guy. He's done mad. He's done so well to get himself in that position.
Oh, yeah. The thing about how many people work their entire lives to get an opportunity like that. He's 25 and gets it in
He's 25.
a year.
He started on Vine.
Yeah.
He was a Vine star, and now he's fighting Mayweather. Probably one of the biggest fights of all time.
Exactly.
Probably the biggest exhibition fight of all time. Imagine how many people are going to buy that. I think in like January, pay-per-views are going for like $70.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
in early December it was $20 per pay-per-view for like 2 weeks. Then it went up to I think it's $40 now. And if you don't buy it this month in January, it goes up to $70. And if, say, 4 million people, a low number for the amount of people that will watch this fight, 4 million people paid $70 each for a pay-per-view.
How much is
the
that?
Numbers? Should we work it out right now?
I'm gonna do some calculations. So what you say? You said 4 million, right?
Times $70. Oh my days, brother! I've got it up on the calculator.
How much?
280 million.
Right, 200. 280?
280 million. $280 million.
Divided by 2. So $140 million per team.
Obviously, they'll go to, like, a lot of the money will go to commercials and distributors and stuff like that.
But even if you cut that in half again, then that's still $70 million a team.
I know, it's absolutely wild.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Oh my days.
What?
The average Mayweather ticket price is $1,500 per ticket. The cheapest ever Mayweather fight tickets were against Andre Berto, at $215 per ticket.
That's a lot for
How crazy is that?
I'm telling you, man.
The Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor tickets were so expensive. And I think this fight's bigger than the McGregor one. I think Logan versus Floyd is bigger. This
is such a cash grab fight, bro. I'm telling you. It is such a cash grab. Anybody be stupid. I don't care who you're going up against. You'd be stupid to not take this fight.
Bro, I'd take this fight. What the fuck?
I'd get a shit kicked down me for $7 million.
Bro, exactly. I don't care if I last 10 fucking seconds in the ring, man.
Exactly.
I would do that for $1 million. What the fuck? It's stupid money. People work their whole lives and don't even earn even a fraction close to that.
Exactly.
It's insane. So to be honest, no matter who comes out victorious in the fight, they've both won because they've made fucking millions.
Exactly.
That is actually wild.
I'm telling you, man.
I'd be a boxer just for that money. I'd get the shit kicked out of me every single day just for that money.
Have you heard of bare knuckle boxing?
Yeah, I know bare knuckle boxing.
That's an interesting concept.
Do you want to get involved?
Huh? Do I want to get involved?
You probably already have been involved. What am I talking about?
I mean, I could definitely do some combat sports. I'm not saying I'd be good at it, but I could definitely do it.
I've considered getting into boxing. I don't think I should be Mayweather ability, but I think I could be fairly good if I actually trained in it. But yeah, bare knuckle boxing is a different type of shit, man. I've seen people come out of them fights half dead,
mangled,
absolutely destroyed, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything.
Exactly.
It's wild. It's actually scary to see people come out of that. And it's not even oh, this guy just fucking beat the shit out of this guy. No, they've both come out in half in a coffin.
Mm-hmm. They're scary. Being wheeled out of here in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of The Devil's Backyard on YouTube?
I think so. Is that one of those things where you solve beef by fighting?
Yeah, it's like Twitter beefs. If two people have beef on Twitter, they can phone up the Devil's Backyard and yo, we want to fight. And you go, and it's this shitty little ring, sellotaped together with lampposts.
Yeah.
And fucking, you just get in, you get given gloves, and you just kick the shit out of each other.
And then after that, you're beef squashed.
Yeah, exactly. We said that last episode, didn't we? When we were talking about you just get in the ring, get it over and done with.
I wish it was still like that. I fucking wish. Because the amount of stuff. Cause I'm not scared to fight because I'm not scared to get the shit kicked out of me. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said that last episode. You said your famous quote, "I ain't afraid to lose."
No, I'm not. The amount of people that I've walked up to and you're talking shit, fucking hit me right now. Let's fucking do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then nah, man, fuck you, fuck you, the fuck. Just fucking hit me.
Boxing's just so good for that, dude.
Beat the shit out of you.
In the ring, you solve your beef. Unless you're Jake Paul. Jake Paul goes in the ring with beef and comes out with even more beef.
With even more beef, yeah. And $7 million.
Yeah. He made Nate Robinson a meme. Have you seen some of that shit?
Oh my god, it's horrible.
It's so funny. It's so sad, but it's so funny. I saw it, and after the fight, he was doing a giveaway for a PS4, and everyone was commenting on it, saying "Oh, Jake hit you so hard, you forgot the PS5 existed and bought a PS4." It was mad funny. There's so many memes about him just laid on the floor, dead. It's sad, man, but it's funny.
It's something else, man. I'm telling you.
You gotta give credit to Jake Paul though. He's doing really well. I wouldn't call him a boxer yet, but he's earning the respect. As much I don't like Jake Paul or anything that he does, but he's earning the respect. He's doing well for himself.
He's better than he was.
Yeah, definitely. If you look at his fight against Deji and his fight against Nate Robinson, so much better.
I think, and you might disagree with me here. I think if both the Paul brothers stick with boxing, I think they could make a career out of it. I really think
they could. I think they could, yeah.
I mean,
Jake especially.
Obviously, they both have enough money now to fucking retire.
They can do whatever they want.
Exactly, but if they wanted to, they could just do prize fights.
I'm not saying. Yeah, exactly. Jake Paul could be a prize fighter. He just fights for money, and that's it.
Exactly.
And I'm not. The statement I'm about to say is going to be. It could be quite controversial. Any boxing fans that could listen, but I am a boxing fan myself. I really appreciate the sport. But Jake Paul and Logan Paul could become the face of boxing. For like a year.
Already up there. I feel like they're already up there.
They're getting there because a lot of people in the world don't like him. And a lot of people in the world would love to get in the ring and punch the fuck out of them. And there's if you go on social media, loads of people are calling them out to fight. And they're down. Like, they're not scared. They'll get in the ring and fight. And if it keeps going, Logan will finish his fight with Mayweather. Whether he wins or loses, someone's going to call him out. If he takes that fight, it's just going to keep going. And Jake has a fucking list of people. He wants to fight Dylan Dennis. He wants to fight fucking not Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. He wants to fight KSI again. Even though he's a YouTuber, that's still going to make millions.
Yeah. I mean,
it's crazy, man.
I think it's safe to say that they are now the face of modern day boxing.
Not face yet, but they're getting there.
Well, I said you got to say face. I say face. You want what over the last year and a half, 2 years? What have the biggest fights been?
Well, there was Logan Paul versus KSI. There was Tyson Fury versus why do I not know his name, bro? I feel like the Bronze Bomber. What's he called? Shit! Why do I feel like a fucking... Hold on, I gotta Google this, because I'm actually gonna kick my... Because I know I watched the fight live. Tyson Fury.
I know what you're talking about.
Deontay Wilder. There we go.
Yeah.
But there's Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Mike Tyson recently, after he got back into it.
Who was an undercard for that?
Jake fucking Paul, exactly.
I'm telling you, these kids...
They're working their way up.
Logan versus KSI, and then Jake versus Nate, Jake versus Deji, and then Jake versus Gibb.
Jake versus Gibb was so sad.
Those are going to be those were some of the biggest fights in recent history. And then Floyd Mayweather is going to top that. Jake Paul versus KSI is going to top Floyd Mayweather. I mean, it's just...
Do you think Mayweather will sell less than KSI versus Jake?
I think they'll be about equal.
I don't think it's impossible, because everyone wants that fight. It's KSI. He wants to do music before, so it'll happen in like 2022. But
I think KSI will get the shit kicked out of him if he does that.
If he waits that long, I think the longer he waits, the less chance he'll have. Because in the Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson fight, it wasn't anything special. Nate didn't know what he was doing. Jake slapped the shit out of him. But if he keeps waiting longer, let's say hypothetically Jake fights Conor McGregor and beats him. Is KSI really better than Conor McGregor?
No.
Like I've watched
KSI's gonna go, oh shit.
I've watched KSI since I was like a little kid. And like obviously I'm gonna back him. Watched him since he was a kid. He's British. But I think the longer he waits, the worse it's gonna get for him, to be honest.
I'm telling you, bro. I mean, especially since like Jake's not doing YouTube full time anymore.
He quit YouTube. He's doing music and boxing now.
Well, he's not even really doing music.
No, he's released like 2 songs.
2 songs over what, a 6-month period? What else has he been doing? He's been fucking boxing.
He's been boxing. He's been training. He's got a very, very good trainer too.
I'm telling you, bro. Jake Paul's he's gonna put his stamp on fucking history.
There's most of the past few months. I think it's been about 5 months since Jake has been posting vlogs. Ever since like over these past months, there's been music videos, lyric videos, official fight trailers, a documentary series called I Won't Lose, Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson, which he didn't. More music videos, the weigh-in, and then a message to KSI a week ago. But he hasn't been doing vlogs in like 5 months. And that whole time, even while he was doing vlogs, he was training.
He's training. Most of that shit was not him.
Yeah.
Like,
but I think if Jake and KSI fought now, I think it would be a hard fight, but I think overall KSI would win.
That's some bullshit.
However, if he waits this year, I think Jake would be more favourable to win. I think KSI could, but
I think Jake's more favourable to win now.
I think from the public perspective he is, but yeah, I think you're right. Actually, I think he's more favourable to win now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm wrong on that one. You're right there. You're right.
I mean, I get it. Like, you love KSI. Like, it's British born, and I know how much you want him to win.
I'm trying to look at it from an unbiased perspective, and I think you're right. I think Jake would not wipe the floor. I think it'd be a fair fight, but I think it'd be more favourable for Jake to come out on top. But not by knockout, but by on points.
At this point, Jake has more experience than him.
He does. He's had more fights.
Jake's been fighting no more. Now, he hasn't fought anybody that's worth a shit, but neither is KSI. So,
yeah, KSI fought Joe Weller, which he kicked shit out of. He drew with Logan and then beat Logan. He won Logan fair and square though.
Yeah.
Do you have to put that out there? And but Jake has beat Deji. Deji's team did throw the towel in though because Deji was fucking knackered because he didn't train. He beat Joe Weller, although that doesn't count because he was in his back garden. He beat Gib. That was such a sad fight. Oh my god, Gib could have won that too, but I think the nerves got the better of him. He could have. Gib is so good.
He was not training.
He was training, but I think the nerves of the crowd got to him.
He looked like he had never boxed ever.
I know, because he was panicking. He was in front of millions of people on stage. I think the nerves got the better of him, and then obviously,
or he's jack shit.
How dare you? And there was Nate Robinson who, poor Nate. Jesus,
damn.
But yeah, you never know with boxing though. It's a very unpredictable sport.
It really is. It's anybody's game. Really.
Tyson Fury rose from the dead against Deontay Wilder. Got knocked out flat, cold in the 12th round, and sat back up and beat him.
Exactly.
It's so unpredictable.
I mean, it really is. It's like I can say whatever you want to. I can put as much money as I want to on fucking Logan versus or Mayweather against Logan. But then again, Mayweather could pull some shit. He could go out partying the night before the fight.
Get too drunk.
Could stay in and sleep. Exactly. Just hungover fighting Logan Paul. Then Logan could wipe the Mayweather, to be fair.
Oh, actually, no. I'm stupid. Fucking Mayweather doesn't drink. He doesn't drink or do drugs. The only thing Mayweather does is train and fuck, and I think it's ice skating or rollerblading. He's really into rollerblading.
Ice skating?
Yeah, he's really into it. Well, he's a boxer. He's light on his feet. He's going to be really good at it, isn't he? But that's all he does. All he does is train and fucking skate.
Yeah, I guess that's something. So.
Yeah, well, are you going to watch the fight?
Fuck yeah. Well, I'm going to watch it the day after. I'm not paying $7 for that shit.
If I'm gonna watch it, it'll be on fucking Sky. And I have Sky for free. Well, not for free. We paid like a subscription to it. But if it's on Sky, you get it for free. If it is, and
I'm not gonna pay the pay-per-view for it.
Let's make a deal. If it's on Sky, and we're both free, how about we stay up and watch it together?
That's fine with me.
I'll like screen share it, and we'll do that.
I'll watch it with you. Yeah.
I'll be down. It'll be like 5 a.m. my time. Fuck it.
Right, yeah, let's do it, dog.
But yeah, I'm down for that. But I think that's it for boxing talk. I think we said as much as we can.
I think that's it for the podcast.
Yeah, that's been a good episode. I think I've really enjoyed that one. Thank you very much for listening. We hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you think in the comments. Comment on the dreams, the boxing, what you think if you're into that. And,
topics.
Yeah, if you want any topics you want us to discuss, let us know down below. And yeah, thank you very much. Good night.
See you later. Bye-bye.